What is good, everybody? Happy fucking Monday. I hope you guys are all off to a good start to your week. It has been a crazy couple of weeks for us, but we are off to a great start to this week so far. We are currently trying to move some of our deals, get us closer to this goal. I got to go through the numbers and see exactly where we are. I think we're honestly somewhere around the 200K mark, but I'll tell you guys exactly where we are tomorrow once I go over all the numbers. And yeah, we need we have 27 deals under contract with another 336 grand projected. Definitely got to get this shit to the finish line. Hopefully, we'll get it all assigned by the end of this challenge. But if not, we go and keep pushing as always. But one thing I will say really quick is we are looking for dispo managers. If you guys want a job at a company that brings a lot of deals and you guys are good at selling deals, or you want to learn how to do this shit, hit me up on Instagram. I will definitely give you guys a shot. I'm looking for people that are hardworking, ready to fucking put some fucking work in, and coachable, and can have a good attitude. And if you guys feel like you possess that and you're looking to make a lot of money with us, hit me up. The biggest bottleneck in our business has always been dispo for this whole year. And literally, it's just finding the right people for us is what's going to get me to the next level, get my team to the next level, and run up a big ass bag with us, bro. So if you guys are looking for a job, hit your boy up. We're actively looking right now to hire some dispo people. It is commission-based only, and I am looking for full-time. Definitely hit me up about that. But let's get this money really quick. Quick shout-outs. My boy Ant, what is good? We are always cooking it up out here. My mom says stop cussing. We are never going to stop cussing. It's in us. I'm sorry. I'm going to be me. And Jay said, let's go. Let's get this fucking money today, y'all. But let's get right into this action. I know you guys didn't come here to learn about some job opportunities. I know you guys came here to watch me lock up some deals. That's exactly what we're going to start doing. So let me start making some calls to these sellers. We locked up a juicy fucking deal last week. So definitely got some good momentum. I mean, I didn't just lock up one, but out of one of the deals we locked up last week, I'm extremely excited about it. And it's a good deal when you can help the seller out, and we are getting the seller more money than most wholesalers probably would have given them. But it's going to be a win-win-win situation for us, for the seller, and for our buyers. So that one's going to feel good. But let's keep these calls going. Let me find some people to give a call to, and let's see what we can come up with. And as always, put in the comments if you guys have any questions, wholesaling questions, life questions, whatever it is. You know I'm here to answer that shit. 281. See if we can't get people on these phones. Hi, is this Amanda?
Yeah.
Hi, Amanda. This is Joey. I was calling back about your property in Conroe.
I'm sorry, I've already got an offer on it.
Did you already sign an agreement with them?
Yes, I did, and it's been processed. I'm going through the title search and everything.
Understood. Do you know when it's expected to close by chance?
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay. What was it, like a 30-day close, 60-day close, or you're not sure?
I'm not sure yet.
Got it. Okay, well, I'll circle back in a couple weeks and just see where everything's at, if that's okay.
Alrighty.
Okay, thank you so much, Amanda. This one wanted retail, so I'm praying another wholesaler didn't lock her up at retail, but I guess we will see. I believe she had declined my offer last time we spoke, so I just had to follow up to see where things were at. Let me just make the follow-up right quick, guys. Follow-up in like a month. Oh, and Netha. I got to call her from my cell phone because last time I called her from my personal line, she almost cussed me out even though she knows me. Hey, Neto, this is Joey calling back. How's it going today?
Okay.
Good, good. Did you ever get everything figured out with the settlement yet?
Did I do what now, baby?
Did you get everything figured out with the settlement yet?
Oh, yeah, we got that bank now. It's at the bank. It has to wait 10 days before we get it there.
Got it. Okay, so when do you think you're going to be ready to get the process started on the house?
I don't know, probably around the end of April.
End of April now?
Yeah,
Okay. And just call me if anything changes in between, as always.
I sure will.
Okay, thank you so much, Neto. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you for calling back. It's been a great night, too.
Okay, God bless. Bye-bye.
Uh-huh.
So she has like a settlement coming in. She's been kicking the tire for months, but when I tell you guys I'm the only person she's going to deal with when she sells her house, it is me. I'm the guy. We have so much rapport since I first met her, and she basically curses everybody else out ever since. So we're going to get that one. Some of these you guys just got to milk. She is not ready to go right now, so I'm not going to push her. Trevor Rice said favorite one-liner to get a price drop. To get a price drop, meaning like. My favorite one-liner is, what's the best you would take if we covered everything? That's usually, if we're talking about on the phone negotiating with the seller. I'll be like, look, if we could make this super simple for you, I could cover all the closing costs. There's no realtor commissions. What is the absolute best you'd be willing to do to get this done today? That's RJ Bates right there. I can't take credit for it, but that shit fucking works. My brother Nico's in here. What's good, bro? One thing I'll tell you guys too is make sure that you're conscious of your time. Like, don't sit there and like someone like Anetta where she's just clearly not ready to make the decision, not ready to go yet. As long as you have enough rapport with them, I'll just keep kicking her out. Like, I'm not going to sit here and put like 2 hours on a call with her, an hour on a call with her when she's not even ready to make the decision yet. If you only focus your time on people that are ready to make a decision, that is when you guys are going to have the most success because you're only going to be dealing with serious sellers. So then once you start making more offers with the right sellers, that's when you guys are going to get it done. Trevor said he averages 15 to 20% of price drops on that question. It literally works. I mean, there's some times where like sellers will reduce the price like 50K sometimes, 100K sometimes just by that question. It's insane. Like, because they know that they're being unrealistic sometimes. Sometimes they don't change it at all, but sometimes I'll even ask you when I know I have a deal just to see if we get a little bit more. I think this lady cursed me out last time, so let's call her again. Florida. Oh, Trevor got a contract yesterday from 235 to 150. Okay. $235 to 150. It really is like that sometimes. The one lesson that my partner Randy taught me is don't ever count the seller's numbers or their pockets. Like, you never know what they really need to get. So don't just assume that because they're asking something that's really what they need to get. Sometimes they really might be willing to walk away with a lot lower of a number. But if you assume their pockets, then you ain't never going to win. We got a deal. We got a deal done in Florida where I didn't count the seller's pockets, and I straight up went to them and I was like, look, it was an owner finance deal. We made 85 G's on this one. And I went to the seller and I'm like, look, what's more important to you? Is it money over time or is it money down now? They said it was money over time. So I said, perfect. I'm going to give you $0 down now. We're going to overpay for your house. And that's how the deal is going to go. And it's the only way I can get this done for you. And they took $0 down. We assigned it for 85K down. If I had counted their pockets and was like, oh no, a seller's never going to take $0 down because who would do that? I already lost. I could have made 70K instead of 85K when we made 85K on the deal. So once you guys learn to not count their pockets, trust me, it will definitely get some stuff going. All right, let's go this woman again. She wanted like 50K more than I was able to give her. I just told her I'm going to keep following up until she's ready to go with us. Lucky said, Joey, the Rizzler of real estate. That's how we do it. Salud. Trevor said he has a guy who wants cash. ARV is 350, as is 300K. Pitched owner finance. He owes 208. Cash I can't hit. Owner finance he's entertaining. PITI 1460 a month. Market rents 2100. What's your max down payment on that to wholesale it? So market rents 2100. For me, I mean, are you talking about you're gonna wholesale it like you're going to do a subject to take over the existing mortgage and then wholesale it on top? Or do you mean like you're literally just going to give him a down payment and take over the payments on his mortgage? Because there might be, what it sounds like is there's not too much equity there to do subject to and wholesale the subject to. So you're literally just going to give him a down payment and then wholesale it. What I would do is I would go to him and just be like, look, like, how much was a cash offer? Let's start with that. Because if the cash offer was, let's say it was 150, it needs 100 grand of work, I would leverage that and just be like, look, this is all I can get you cash. Obviously that doesn't clear out your mortgage, but what I can do is I could take over the existing payments and then see what he says. Don't even talk about down payment. Don't talk about anything else other than, would you be happy if I was willing to take over your existing payments? I always start at zero. And then obviously if zero doesn't work your way up from there. But I would straight up start at zero. Just be like, if I just took over your pay, like we have a subject to that we're getting signed, I think either today or tomorrow. We're just waiting on the mortgage statements to come in, the bank statements from the seller, and they've been busy. But once we get the bank statements and everything, they're literally taking $0 down. So you were maxed out at 215 cash. So they're not willing to take the 215 cash. And what were they asking, I guess? Because now it's a matter, you might have to do a subject to hybrid. Like you might have to do subject to and then subject to and then do a second position lien with an owner finance. You could do a subject to or an owner finance in 30 days or less. I mean, I try to do 60, but if you can get him, it all depends, right? Like, because you do have a little bit of room to play with. Let's say that he wanted 250, he goes 208, so it'd be 48 down. Hasta luego, muchas gracias. So let's say that it's 250 is what he wanted. And then 208 is what he owes. You'd have to do 42K. Let's say you could do it in 120 payments. That's 350 a month. If PITI is already 1460, you're only 1810, someone's still cash flowing. He wanted 10K down, takeover payment, 5-year balloon, 30-year amortization. But he wanted, like, to what purchase price, though? You know what I mean? Like, was it to a 300K purchase price? Was it to a 250? Like, what was the purchase price? Because that's what you kind of got to factor in. I would basically tell him, look, like, if you want to get all your equity out of this thing, I would try to get like just take over the payments, wrap it with another one. But the 5-year balloon, I would tell him that's gonna hurt it. Unless you just did the payments over 250 is what you pitched. You wouldn't give me a price. Okay. If you want to get on a call and JV it, bro, we can always get on a call together and see if he wants cash price 275. All right, so check this out then. I'll kill you in 2 seconds. 275 minus. Oh, you got them?
Yeah.
Thank you. 275 minus 208, 67K. Let's say that you did that over 120 months. That'd be 558, and the PITI is 1460. So it doesn't really leave an invest. That wouldn't work. You'd have to do it over 360 months. So let's say 68K over 360. That would be 188. You could even do 240 with that. 68,000 over 240. That would be 20 years. Now you're at 283 plus the PITI. That would make sense. So I was just trying to pitch him a longer period. If he's willing to do the 30-year amortization, I would just tell him that a balloon is usually going to be a deal killer just in case the house doesn't appraise, like in the future. Just be like, look, I don't have a magic ball. If we get to a point where it does appraise, we will try to balloon you out, but we never can put we try to never put a balloon in there because we need to make sure it has enough time for it to actually appreciate in value, so we don't have to worry about whether it's going to appraise. Whether we're just paying down on what we owe you, like basically just tell them, look, the only way for us to get you your full equity and give you the number you want is if we can do it out over time. I would just tell them 5-year balloon, that's too much. Like that's not going to make sense. Just be like, we're already kind of overpaying for the property for what it's worth. It obviously needs more work than it's worth right now. That's why our cash offer was at the 208. Be like, the only way I could give you your equity is if we do it over time, and you're just gonna have to give me sufficient enough time to actually make this thing work. That's how I would pitch it to him. If you want help though, Trevor, hit me up on Instagram. We can get on a call. I'll walk you through this whole shit with how it would look. But just one of the biggest lessons I've learned is when you go to he needs floors in kids' room. That's it, to be honest. Did you look at it as an ovation then, bro? Because you're saying 350 ARV. If all that he needs is floors in the kitchen, that might be a good novation deal. Or floors in the kids' rooms. Like he updated the kitchen, updated the bathrooms, everything else. If everything's already updated, ARV is 350. Let's say it needs an extra 30 grand max, right? Maybe you gotta do a little kitchen and bathrooms. You could probably get him 258 as an ovation. 240. I mean, I'd maybe give him a little bit more time too, but I honestly feel like you could probably novate it up to 258 depending on, I don't know the rehab, I don't know the size of the house or anything like that, but just depending on the work that it needs, you might be able to get him more as an ovation and just get it done that way. I look at it either that way or just try to do it as a straight subject to hybrid. But obviously once you get into subject to hybrids, it's like you're getting into the weeds of some more difficult shit. And if you wholesale it to a buyer, just make sure they know what the fuck they're doing. Because the one thing you don't want to do is screw that seller over on their mortgage payments, and you put them in with a buyer that doesn't know what they're doing, and now they miss mortgage payments, and now you're screwing up their credit, which it sounds like is already in good standing. So that's one thing I'd be careful with that. That's why I don't go too much into subject twos, but we do have a couple that we're moving right now, and it's just because that was the only situation that would help the seller. So I would just see how motivated they are, try to work it that way, and see what you could do. But hit me up if you need help with that deal, bro. Hit me up on Instagram. I got you. I'll give you my number, and I definitely will help you out with that. I'm going to leave you guys with the soapbox today because he wants to make a decision tomorrow. He was transparent. He's shopping offers and not willing to move forward today. Novation, I'm scared because he has to be in St. Pete's by mid-April. If he needs it quick, then it's either cash or subject to then. That's what I would tell you. I would tell him too, just be like, look, the reality of it is all of my competitors, everybody that you're trying to pin me against right now, they might tell you a higher number, but an investor can pay what an investor could pay. So yeah, maybe they can get you your 275 cash is what they're telling you, but I could almost promise you they're going to come back on that number because I know my numbers. And if I look at this and it's going to cost me, let's call it 40 grand of work, and I can only sell it for 350, anyone's going to lose money in that deal. So unless they're seeing something I'm not seeing, and I know my numbers, I don't think we can get it done that way. We could play some good cop, bad cop always, bro. Oh, yeah, I forgot you got my number at Titanium. I got you, dude. But yeah, if you want to play good cop, bad cop, however we can get this shit done, let's do it. Priska said, "How do you start buying without cash down?" I mean, I started with wholesaling. You could do equity deals, like you could find the deal for somebody and then raise the money doing it that way. There's also down payment assistance programs if you're just trying to buy your own personal home. But if you're trying to buy investment properties, I would suggest finding the deal. Once you find the deal and you control the deal, then your options are endless. You could raise money, take it down with another investor, make zero commission on the deal, but own it. That's called an equity deal. You could wholesale it, find an end buyer for it, do what we do, and then obviously just get an assignment fee that's a commission. Or you can raise money for the down payment. There's lenders out there that would raise for the down payment, but usually you want to know what you're doing in investing to raise money just so that you don't screw other people over. So I'd recommend maybe partner with another investor that's already doing it, that knows what they're doing, find the deal for them, and then just get an equity stake in that deal. That's how you could do it with no money and just use sweat equity. But I'm going to leave you guys with a quick soapbox. I had to be quick today because I do have a meeting in a couple minutes. Today has just been crazy because I'm working on getting all my deals assigned. That's why we do need fucking Dispo people right now. So as I said before, if y'all want a job in Dispo, hit me up. I have 27 deals under contract. Normally we have close to 40 at all times. So just hit me up. I'm looking for people that are young, hungry, and just fuck even being young, that are just hungry, coachable, and willing to work with a good attitude. So hit me up if you guys are looking for something like that. I will leave you guys with a quick soapbox though. If you guys are in this business and it feels like shit isn't going your way, just make sure you keep your foot on the gas and just always try to fix your systems and just make sure that you're around the right people. There's a lot of times where you're like literally 3 feet from gold and people make emotion-based decisions in this business. Meaning, it feels like things aren't going your way. You don't realize what you actually have in front of you. And you end up just making a gigantic business pivot when all you have to do is just keep your head down and keep doing what you were doing that already made you money in the first place. So one thing I will say is make logical decisions in your business based off data. Track your KPIs. When you track your numbers and you know what's actually going on in your business, not what feels good or what feels right or what feels bad or what feels wrong, now you actually will be able to make logical decisions that will actually make a good impact on your business. There's so many times where you feel like shit isn't going your way, and then you make a gigantic pivot when you actually look at the numbers and you realize, wait, hold on a second. I have more deals under contract than I've ever had. Or I have more offers out and more shit pending than I've ever had. And all I have to do is keep going. And it's like your next offer could be your next big deal, which could literally change your life. So instead of worrying about like making these emotional decisions, it just feels like shit's not working. As long as you're following a process and you like literally truly are following it to a T, you will be successful. Just make sure whoever process you're following has actually done it and actually been successful through it. And it don't matter whose process it is, just follow somebody's and you guys will be successful. I love y'all. I will be back here tomorrow. I will have way more time tomorrow because now we got a lot of these deals figured out and settled. So I'll see you guys here tomorrow. You guys go have a good rest of your days, good rest of your nights. Go lock up some fucking deals. And I love y'all. Peace the fuck.